Hi everyone, I got a delivery of new lamps, or tubes rather. Here we have a box of Aura Thermo 36 waters. These are freezer tubes, and it's an ordinary 36 watt 1200 millimeter long tube with a outer glass layer. These are 36s, so these will actually fit into my beautiful Glamox gears up here. And they should actually fit into these weird holders because they have these little end caps here. So I think this will work actually just fine in here. So I got 12 of those apparently. That's more than I remember. And then we got this box here. This is a box of F40 T12s. However, there is a sort of unique thing with these. If you take one of these out, you know, everything seems normal at first. F40, T12, they've got a little grounding plane to help them strike easier. But the issue is gonna become pretty obvious the moment we bring this here. This is an ordinary 36 watt tube. And here is this tube. Let's see, if we put it up like that. Uh-oh. See the issue here? Yeah, this tube is not a 1200 millimeter. This tube is only 980 millimeters long. So it looks like I accidentally bought some weird proprietary fluorescent tubes that don't fit into any standard fixtures. So that was a bit of a bummer. I didn't pay that much for these, luckily, so I am not that upset. However, I've got 25 of them, brand new, never used. And it would be such a shame to not put these to any sort of use. So why don't we get ourselves a little bit of materials and make our own fixtures? I think that could be quite a unique thing to do. Building our own fluorescent lamps with these. So yeah, now I have 25 proprietary and very weird fluorescent tubes. Oh well, things don't always go as you want them to. But yeah, that's cool too. Sometimes we end up with very, very unique tubes. Yeah, look at this. Length 970. If I had only read this label before buying these, I would have... yeah, it would have been obvious. So it's my own fault. And yeah, if you read the model number here, F40 T12, that all looks normal. But then we have this. Yeah, these are not standard tubes. These are some weird proprietary tube that I've never seen before. I think this length, 970, is about what 2 drop ceiling tiles have internally. So these were probably designed for double drop ceiling lights, I guess. Double as in one that takes up 2 holes. That's the only thing I can think of. But yeah, they're absolute beauties, and I hope that I will find some use for these. If not, I suppose I could sell them to somebody who does have a use for them. However, these ones, these are gonna fit beautifully into all my fixtures. These are 36 watt, as I said. These are ordinary. These are freezer tubes. These are gonna work perfectly. They're fine. However, those ones, they're a bit weird. They are very weird indeed, actually. I was quite surprised, I have to say, because something felt a bit odd about this already when I bought it. The price was a bit too low for being T12s, because T12s have become quite valuable. But yeah, I didn't read the label, I didn't read this part. I only read F40 T12 and thought, great, let's buy that, because I want T12s. But what I wanted was the ones that are 1200 millimeters, so they fit into ordinary fixtures like these. And yes, to all my fellow lighting fans, I welcome to you my new fixture. This is a Taiba unknown model, unfortunately, but it's a single 36 or 40 watt. And it's got a very old but very low hour tube in it right now, and it's absolutely beautiful. I got this thing from a workshop, and it was sadly replaced by LED, but it was extremely dirty and disgusting when I got it, but this thing cleaned up beautifully. It looks brand new. You can't even tell that this thing has been used. And there's also this little thing here. It's just a little 18 watt strip. It's nothing special at all. It's basically a junk box lamp. But yeah, I love this thing. It is absolutely beautiful. And yeah, I have insane amounts of light level in here now. And of course, the Glamox gears providing the main light, which are absolutely wonderful lamps. And they are running some very old tubes, Osram Varmton 830s. I don't know their age, but I would guess they're at least... I initially thought the tubes were from about 1977 because I found some weird date code on them, but I actually think they're from the 90s. Probably original to these fixtures, actually. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, they've got some hours for sure, but they're far from dead. So I figured I would run the life out of these before I pop in some of my new tubes. But now I kind of want to test these out. So who knows, I might swap the tubes and put those into storage and try these for a while and see how I like them. I've already used our thermals before, but 58 watt versions, they're epic. I love them. They warm up super fast and they don't have any problems with cold weather, which is kind of the thing with them. And it's perfect because I live in Sweden and it gets pretty cold here during the winter. But yeah, I am very, very happy with my lights in here right now. But of course, because I am a lighting fan nowadays, I want more lights. So there is one more fixture that I bought on eBay coming from about 1940. So that's going to be a bit interesting. I think I'm going to hang that one up there. It's a 2 foot, 2 times 20 watts T12, F20 T12. So yeah, we're going to hang that one up there. It's gonna be beautiful, because I tend to use those old subwoofer horns I built as a bit of a workbench every now and then. And I was actually thinking about perhaps putting another little workbench somewhere in here. So maybe that will be the spot, who knows. And yeah, I need to do something about all these burn flowers and shit growing here. I haven't maintained this place as well as I should. But yeah, a bit of a lighting update video. I've got weird proprietary tubes now. And yeah, look at the color temperature too, 4300. I've never seen that before on fluorescent tubes, so these are weird. These are gonna be interesting to see what I do with.